Hello, friends. Welcome back to Penny for the Soul. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the late Rosario Alfred Fernandes, popularly known as Alfred Rose. Alfred Rose is, one of Goa's most famous tiatrists and singers in Konkani and in English. He had, composed and sung almost 5,000 songs in his illustrious career, especially popular in the kantare, form of Goan music. His presently his Mumbai-based musical family, that is wife Rita, daughter Alria, and son Angelbert, are touring Goa, and they've been singing at different restaurants across the state. I was very fortunate to listen to them and also interview the trio in the Saligaon village. So sit back and enjoy this episode.
तुझे विणे संसार सगळोच दिसता काढू तू माझे फूल तू एक बुलबुल तुझ्या मोगान हांव जाला गुल तुझे मुखार माणका म्हज्या हांव जमनीची धूल जीवासान तू किल्लाय ना काय गान अरे मायकल लायक सायकल यो खुशी नाचतालो हेनरी लायक शेनरी यो दुनिया सांगतालो मी मॅक्सी आय लव मॅक्सी यो सगळं बोल बोलतालो इथे कोण मला मुरा लागलो
So, Rita Bhai, thank you, for agreeing to talk to us, and welcome to Goa.
Thank you for having me.
Such a privilege to interview, the Rita Rose. so my first question really is, what according to you was your husband's, your dear husband's greatest strength as a performer?
Being true to himself, with the Goan identity and the Goan language, Konkani, which he loved and admired so much. If you want me to elaborate why he called it God's own language,
Of course.
because when you greet someone, in English you say good morning, in Portuguese you say bom dia, but in Konkani we proclaim God's name and say Deo Borodisti. So thank you we say in English, Dhanyawad we say in Hindi, and proclaiming God's name we say Deo Boriguru. So that's why he called it God's own language.
How nice.
Do you agree?
Yeah. So that his basically his love for Konkani came throughout his career, no?
Yes. Right,
From the start to the
yes.
end, really, because some mind-boggling 5,000 songs,
Okay.
So what was it like, because you watched him from close? Could he write a song in a jiffy, like in few minutes or something?
Yeah, some songs in a minute, some songs took days, some hours. The music came first, sometimes the words came first. Sometimes he just woke up in the morning, early morning was the best time, 3:34, and jotted down something. I don't know what it was, but that's how he did.
Some inspiration he got, he
Yes,
would
yes.
get up and quickly jot it
yes.
in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because he could write music. So
Wow.
if the song, the music came first, he would just write the music, or the lyrics came first, then he would do the lyrics.
Wonderful. What were your biggest learnings as a young singer in his troupe, his theatre group? When you first joined as a teenager, what did you learn the most?
To remain calm. no matter what. Do your best. If you do your best, you like what you're doing, the audience will really like what you're doing. That's what I learned from it. Just be calm as he was.
And how did you, as a teenager, did you go for a formal audition, or did you had a innate love for theatre? Theatre. What was it that took you to the group in the first place?
At theatre, no. I was studying in Holy Names High School, and I took part in all the curricular activities, singing, acting, like I did Portia's role in Shakespeare's play and things like that. But Konkani came only after I met my husband.
Yeah, your introduction to
like to the Konkani music and the theatres. Only after I got married.
Was it because he was such a larger-than-life person? So was it, were you in awe of Alfred Rose, like when you joined as a teenager? Was he larger than life?
He was, I think, because when we were staying in Fort, my neighbors had the radio, we had the radio, and when his songs belted out, we were just drawn to that voice of his, the golden voice that God gifted him with. So.
Wonderful. There's a, in my little research, I came across this thing, the hat incident, So during some rehearsal, you went and inadvertently sat on his famous hat,
Yes.
So what was his reaction? Was he upset or?
He was cool as cucumber. He never said anything. My mother was so upset. My mother said, "Oh, I can, how much does it cost?" He said that the straw hat is from UK, but don't bother about it, don't worry about it. And I wasn't bothered. I used to just, he had that magic wand. That was his trademark, the stick and the straw hat.
Yeah.
I was just like fiddling, playing with that stick, and all the guys were saying, "What is this girl doing with that stick?" And accidentally sat on his hat, and the rest is history.
Maybe that drew you all closer together, possibly.
And then I asked him, "When are you coming home?" That was the only thing I asked him.
Yeah, I think that was great. So, आता तुका रिटाबाई, तुका रिटाबाई म्हणतात ते कोंकणीत एक तुका प्रश्न विचारता हांव. ते कांतारे कोंकणीचेच कांतारे आसा आणि वाय इज इट इम्पॉर्टंट कोंकणीतूच आमी गावपाक जाय? वी मस्ट सिंग इन कोंकणी.
कोंकणी आमी जिवी दवरूंक जाय न्ही. आमी बोमाय आसून आमचे चड करून इंग्लीश आसताली, पूण म्हाजो घोव रोयतालो म्हूण भुरग्यां लागीं आमी मागीर कोंकणी उलोवंक शिकल्या. So grammatically maybe may not be very correct in Konkani, but Konkani alive दवरूंक जाय म्हूण कोंकणीन कांतारां म्हणूंक जाय.
And what is the magic of Konkani that touches your heart? As you mentioned that he called it God's own language, and you clearly agree with that philosophy.
I do agree, and because we're singing in Konkani, we have become so popular with that God-given talent. And I thank God for the gift that He's given them His family.
Wonderful.
And I think we use it to the best of our ability.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Rita Bhai. Thank you. So, welcome to Goa, Alria. Good to have, the famous Alfred Rose's daughter right here in front of us. So
Thank you, Rahul, for having us.
So, having spoken to mommy just now, I thought, I must make the most of the family being here. So, what are your best memories of your famous father? What comes to mind immediately, when people bring up his topic?
So, as a dad, I remember the small things, taking me to school, bringing me back, When I wanted my favorite fruit, banana, he used to go down and get it immediately for me so I could have it after lunch. As a musician, working with him in the studio, working with him when I was performing for all my school songs during my competition, he's composed all my songs. So those were in English, of course, during school and in inter-parish, inter-school competitions. So training me during those were the fondest memories I have.
And as he composed the songs, you must have won all the contests.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I mean, so I'm sure some other parents might have protested, saying that
Yeah,
this is all
unusual songs.
Alfred Rose's compositions. How can we compete, huh?
No, they were unusual songs, not heard of. So even if I made a mistake, mom and dad used to tell me, just carry on, sing the second verse first verse, the chorus, mix it. Nobody would know because, those songs were rare. You've
Yeah.
not heard of them. Otherwise, you'd pick on a mistake that somebody makes. So that confidence built up from that time.
What about the hat trick you made? I really forgot.
What is that hat trick?
She would remember. What?
What's the hat trick?
She sang a song in I Am in Love with a Married Man, which the principal was a bit skeptical about the title. I told her sister, you can't go by the cover of the book. See, listen. When she heard the song, she says, it's very, very good. But she asked me, is there another song? I said, my sister. And then, the sister teachers must have told them. She sang a song, I'm in love with the married man. But it is about her grandfather. She won the first place in the school. Then in the parish, the first place for the same song. And all Bombay talent contest, the same song she won, again the first place. So it was a hat trick.
Wow.
Yeah, so this was in the 3rd grade.
My
so
gosh.
I must have been, 9 years old
Wow.
that time. Yeah. And dancing, mom used to teach me all the steps. So to dance, to dress me up with, pretty dresses and so
Lovely.
all that.
I won all the fancy dress competitions with my wigs
Wow.
and just speaking it.
But as a, when you were growing up in school, what were your first experiences of theatre, did you go and see your parents perform in
Yeah.
a theatre?
Always in and out of the green room, though I was not, my brothers were older than me, have travelled much more than, I did with them. But just running in and out of the green rooms, with them, watching all the artists perform. So even in the studios, sleeping in studios, watching all, the daddy used to write music for the big bands, so many instruments at that time,
Yeah.
each and every instrument. So those is what I remember. Then I started performing much later. 10 years old, 12 years old. Then I traveled with them.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to be on stage together
Yes,
with your
we
parents?
did. Yeah. We went to Goa, Mangalore, Bombay, Dubai. And I performed with my brother's band. He used to have a band. I was in school. So dad and I went with them for a New Year show in Dubai.
Wow.
This was in the 90s.
Wow.
So that was one of the
Both
first
your brothers, yeah.
yeah, but this time, this was only Angelbert.
Okay.
So Schubert moved to US when I was very small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she was 6 years when she first started in Goa. In the
Yeah, my first Konkani album was when I was 6 years
and
old.
also the drama in Goa.
Wow.
In music.
Wow. So, म्हाका तशेंच कोंकणीत एक तुका क्वेश्चन विचारची आसा की तू केन्ना एक कांतारे अशें सिंग करता न्हू कोंकणीत तुका अशें डिरेक्ट कनेक्शन जाता बापोयचें कनेक्शन विथ युअर फादर डू यू फील कनेक्टेड टू डॅड
होय ते स्टेजान आसतना ते कनेक्शन आसा होय
सो केन्ना तूं अशें डॅडीचे कांतारे सिंग करता यू फील कनेक्टेड
होय उगडास येता सदांच इट्स नॅचरल ते रोगतान आसा न्हय म्युझिक होय
and does it give you that much more let's say confidence and power?
I think I've got the confidence and power
Yeah.
because it's God gifted
Yeah.
and it's come to generation
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just natural, and of course, it makes me emotional because people sing his songs. Sometimes we don't know the words by, we have to look, but they know all the words, the lyrics by heart. So at times, on stage, it's made me very emotional.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how has the Goa tour been so far? You've been traveling
really good.
north and south, and how have you been received?
So this, it's been 3 years since my brother and I started a duo. So we go as Ingel and Al, Angelbert and Alria. So that's how 2 years back we had come, and we did a few shows since we were here. We came for a big musical, and we asked the restaurants over here, you know, if we can perform. This time it's been really good. So it's we got a lot of response. We're doing around 7-8 shows in these past 2 weeks.
Wonderful,
So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alria. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul.
So finally we come to the sun. We come to Angelbert. Welcome to Goa, Angelbert. Thank you for speaking to us. Angelbert, my question is, when did you and Alria, when did you all think of combining? How did it happen?
It happened after the lockdown. When the lockdown happened, our bands, we were in separate bands. She was in Crimson Rage, I was in another band, Rock and Marmalade. So then we said, why not we join together? And so somewhere in 2021, we had a show. There was a Christmas show. What was happening? Alria's friend gave us the show. We were not ready for it. But anyhow, he said, you take up the show, you'll get ready automatically. Otherwise, you won't get any incentive to do it. So the show was booked, and then we worked hard and we got the songs ready and we started singing. And that year only we did a Christmas show. So from that year onwards, we became Engel and Al.
Wow. And Alria also mentioned that you and your brother Schubert started very early. With you all
With
formed
Daddy.
a band with help from Daddy.
Yeah. No, with Daddy we sang.
Oh, you sang with Daddy.
Daddy,
How nice.
As kids, no?
Oh, nice.
And all his records and all.
Wonderful.
So we have many memories of that. When I was around 4, I think I started singing in the records, HMV records and all.
Yeah.
Untu Mosa Daddy was my first song.
Wow. Because I saw a little recording the other day. I mean, one of your Goa shows, and you sound uncannily like your dad. That
People say that.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but people say that. If it works for them, then
Yeah. Meaning, I could sense that. I told my
I feel
wife.
they love Dad so much, so they feel I sound like him. I feel because they love Dad.
Anyway, great. But your brother and you also had a regular band, no?
No, not my brother.
It was all you only,
Yeah.
and it was always kantare, or it was a mix of.
No, it was basically a cover band in Bombay.
In
It's
Bombay.
A band
You all did covers.
Cover songs. How we have a normal band in Goa.
Pop rock.
Yeah, pop rock and pop and reggae and stuff like that.
Yeah.
By that time, when we started a band, Schubert was already in America.
Oh,
he had already left.
He had already
studies,
left.
yeah.
ग्रेट मागीर हांव एक कोंकणीत प्रश्न विचारता तुका डॅडीचे खंयचे सगळ्यात फेवरेट हे आसा कांतारे तुजे खंयचे फेवरेट आसा विच वन इज इट
म्हाका एक न्हय म्हाका दोन कांतारा बरे लागता
हा
एक कांतार गुपीत मोग कित्याक हांव केन्ना ते गुपीत मोग कांतार म्हणटात तेन्ना हांव सजमता की डॅडी हांगा म्हज्या सायडीक उबे रावला आनी म्हाका पळयता आनी हांव कसो कांतार म्हणटा आनी तो आसता स्मायल करता तेन्ना हांव ते कांतार म्हणटा तेन्ना गुपीत मोग तो केन्ना हांव गुपीत मोग म्हणटा म्हाका फिलींग जाता की डॅडी हांगा कोणशा उबे रावला हा आनी दुसरे कांतार ते पोन्ने बोलतात कित्याक तुमी ते बुक ऑथर इनेट ब्लायटन आयकलात ना इनेट ब्लायटन ताचे बुक खंयचे ते एन्चांटेड फॉरेस्ट नाजाल्यार हॅरी पॉटर तोले म्हाका अहे ते पोन्ने वॉल्टर कांतार आयकतच म्हाका दिसता हांव ते फेरीलँडान भितर वता हांव ते गोर पळयता हांव ते वॉल्टर पळयता आनी ते फोडले उपरांत धा जाल्यार आय इमॅजीन ऑल दॅट धा रुबीज रेड आनी सिल्वर आनी म्हाका ते दिसती पडटा की हांव हें जालें आनी हय म्हाका दिसता ते फेरी टेलूच ते पळयत म्हाका ते कांतार एकदम बरें आय फील आय एम इन दॅट सॉंग आनी म्हाका दिसता लोकांकूय तो हे फिलींग जाता ते पळयत ते पोन्ने वॉल्टर लोकांक बरें लागता इट्स लायक दे ओन व्हेरी ओन फेरी टेल
हाव नायस थँक्यू
मोस्ट
एंगलबर्ट
वेल
देव बरें करूं